নমস্কার, CPIM ডিজিটাল এবং গণশক্তির যৌথ প্রযোজনায় আপনাদেরকে স্বাগত। তো আপনারা যেরকম দেখতেই পাচ্ছেন, আজকের আমরা মুখোমুখি হয়েছি সারা ভারত কৃষক সভার সভাপতি কমরেড অশোক ধাওয়ালের সঙ্গে। আমরা তার সঙ্গে কথা বলবো, আমরা বোঝার চেষ্টা করব, জানার চেষ্টা করব এই মুহূর্তে রাজ্যের এবং সারা দেশের সার্বিকভাবে কৃষক আন্দোলনের অবস্থা কী, কৃষকদের সমস্যা কী এবং সেই সমস্যা মোকাবিলায় AIKS কীভাবে আন্দোলন করবে এবং আগামী দিনে আন্দোলনের রূপরেখা কী। সো ওয়েলকাম স্যার টু কলকাতা।
Thank you to everybody.
So as we are just getting into the program, so will it be comfortable for you if we speak in English or in a like way Hindi and English? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can speak both the languages.
Okay. So to start with, if we put forward the first question is, as we all know, when there was a left-front government in the state, the right of the land was given to the farmers, to the agricultures, to the peasants and all. But right now, the government, the state government especially, they're taking away land from the farmers. On the other hand, the tribal peasants, they are also not given the right to cultivate the forest lands. On the other hand, the land in itself is being given to the corporate companies at a very cheap price, or even, if I might say, for free. So in that way, in that situation, what is the role, or in what way AIKS is kind of trying to deal with this situation?
Yes, see, you are very right. The left-front government of West Bengal had done historic work regarding land reforms and land redistribution. And that will always remain in the annals of history of the entire Kisan movement and the country. Because in no other state, of course, it started in Jammu and Kashmir at the Sheikh Abdullah government. Then it was done in Kerala by the EMS Namboodiripad government. Then, of course, here, the United Front government, where Hare Krishna Konar was the land revenue minister. And then, of course, in 1977, after Comrade Jyoti Basu became the chief minister. Then later on in Tripura. So these are the 3 or 4 states in which some land reforms have taken place. And very substantial ones took place in West Bengal to a very great extent. तो ये एक बहुत ऐतिहासिक काम पश्चिम बंगाल की वामपंथी मोर्चा के सरकार ने किया कि गरीबों को ज़मीन बांटना। पहली बार ज़िंदगी में उनके हाथ में ज़मीन आ गई, हक आ गया, ज़मीन का हक आ गया। और उसमें से मुझे आज भी याद है कि जो ज़मीन का बंटवारा हुआ 13 लाख एकड़ से ज़्यादा, सिर्फ बंगाल में 13 लाख एकड़ से ज़्यादा, उनमें से 56% जो लाभार्थी थे, the 56% beneficiaries who got the land, ये दलित और आदिवासी लोग थे। तो ये this was a very very historic achievement done by the left-front government of West Bengal. Now what you are saying is exactly right. I have also come to know कि ये TMC government is now trying to take away the right to land which the left-front government had given. It is doing it in various ways. For example, now in some districts, by using this process of digitalization of land. Now digitalization is necessary. We are not against digitalization. Kisan Sabha is not against it. That is required. But I just came to know that in districts like Bankura, for example, and some 3-4 other districts, Burdwan also, where they did digitalization, we found that the sharecroppers or the beneficiaries of the land who got the land from left front, their names have been totally left out, omitted. Now this is a very serious matter. यानी डिजिटलाइजेशन के नाम पर जो बरगदार थे, जिनके ज़मीन का अधिकार दिया था और जिनको ज़मीन का बंटवारा हुआ था, इन सब के नाम अभी गायब कर दिए गए हैं. So this is a very serious matter. और ये बंगाल के किसान सभा ने तय किया है ऑलरेडी एक बड़ा आंदोलन। ये जो हमारे जो वामपंथी मोर्चे के सरकार ने जो ज़मीन बांटी थी उसके ऊपर ये जो हमला हो रहा है, तो उसको बड़े पैमाने पर अटैक होगा और हम उसको प्रतिरोध करेंगे। कोर्ट में भी जाने की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग, क्योंकि कोर्ट के अंदर भी इसको चैलेंज करना पड़ेगा। तो ये भी बात हम कर रहे हैं। तो ये बिल्कुल सही है आपने जो कहा कि लैंड राइट्स आर बीइंग taken away. Same thing regarding the Tribal Forest Rights Act. Now the whole country knows that the Tribal Forest Rights Act, which was enacted in 2006, was only because of 61 left members of parliament at that time. Otherwise, no earlier Congress government, no earlier BJP government had thought it even fit to enact the Forest Rights Act. So that was done only because हमारे 61 strong in the parliament. इसकी वजह से हमने दबाव डाला लेफ्ट ने और कहा कि ये वनाधिकार कानून होना चाहिए. हमने और एक दबाव डाला, ये मनरेगा का जो बात है ना, 100 दिन का काम, that will come to. So like this, many things we did at that time, using our strength in parliament. But now the TMC government is absolutely, totally neglecting the implementation of the Forest Rights Act. वनाधिकार कानून की ज़मीन, उसका अधिकार जो इस कानून के तहत किस आदिवासियों को मिलना चाहिए, वो आज किसी को नहीं दे रहे हैं. और उल्टा ये सब ज़मीन के मामले में जो मोदी सरकार दिल्ली में कर रही है, वही ममता की सरकार बंगाल में कर रही है. क्या कर रहे हैं दोनों यही कर रहे हैं. बोथ ऑफ देम आर एक्चुअली making every effort to take away the land of the farmer and give it at very cheap rates to the corporate companies. This is happening at the center. The Modi government is also doing it. The Mamata government is also doing it in Bengal. So this is a very, very serious matter. हमारे बंगाल के किसान सभा ने तय किया है कि we are going to fight this tooth and nail. We will fight it tooth and nail. We will take the farmers along with us, those who are under attack for losing their lands, etc. And we will raise a very big agitation against this, against the TMC government here, and also against the BJP government at the center, because that also has an impact on the state. You know, what the central laws they do, that also has an impact all over this country, in the state as well. So therefore, we are having a huge fight already against the BJP and the TMC at the center and the state.
So just as you were saying about implementing the 100 days thing, just because of the initiation of the left, because of the strong number of the leftist MPs that were present in the 2004s and all. Now we have come to a point where, due to the political tug of war between TMC and BJP, the scope of 100 days work across Bengal is been getting diminished. So in this context, how does 𝒂𝒄𝒄 kind of formulate a way, because at the end of the day it's the common poor farmers who are getting, facing the brunt of the entire situation at no fault of theirs. So in that kind of a situation, how does 𝒂𝒄𝒄 kind of thinking about of dealing with the situation?
See, this Manrega Act, as I said, was brought in 2006 because of our pressure. Now that is kind of a lifeline for agricultural workers all over the country, because as we know, unemployment is growing by leaps and bounds. Tremendous unemployment is there in the country, and especially in the last 9 years of the Narendra Modi government, it has grown tremendously. Galloped, absolutely galloped. Similarly, in the last 12 years of the TMC government in Bengal also, no efforts have been made to control it, and there also unemployment in Bengal also among the educated, uneducated, everywhere it has grown. So now from this light, सवाल यह है कि मनरेगा की एक लाइफलाइन आपके हाथ में है, which can help the agricultural workers, which are many are poor peasants also. That is the actual situation all over the country, not only in Bengal. थोड़ी कुछ ज़मीन है लेकिन उससे काम चलता नहीं है, तो कुछ हद तक अपनी खुद की ज़मीन करते हैं और बाकी के टाइम दूसरों के ज़मीन के ऊपर काम करते हैं, यानी मनरेगा काम करते हैं. दिस इज़ व्हाट द सिचुएशन इज़. So now actually what has happened is, number one, most responsible for the dynamiting of Manrega is no question the Modi government. They are totally cutting down the outlay on Manrega. This budget, last budget which they placed, which they said it's a very great budget and all that, utter nonsense, total bogus. They have cut the Manrega investment by nearly 30,000 crore rupees all over the country. BJP government.
Huge amount.
Huge amount, absolutely huge amount. Whereas they should have doubled the investment. डबल तो नहीं किया, लेकिन जो है उसमें से भी 30,000 करोड़ रुपया काट दिया मनरेगा के लिए. What is the impact of this? The overall impact of this is that the law says 100 days work per individual in one family. Today the situation is that actually all over the country on an average, this has come to only 40 days of work, 40 days per year, huge lag. So 60 days less. This is something unacceptable. It is condemnable. That means the way that you are looking at the poorest of the poor, this cannot be defended in any way whatsoever. And here, the TMC government, also right from 2011, they were never interested in actually carrying out this Manrega thing sincerely. So for them, in a way, what the Modi government has done is a blessing in disguise. You understand? What they would have done anyway, that now Modi has done, to that these people are adding to it.
Central kind of gave them a chance to do what
they want. And therefore, there are also lot of corruption is there in Manrega in Bengal. Yes. Tremendous corruption. Yes. You know, corruption in Bengal, where it is not there, that is a point of research. Everywhere. Institutionalized corruption. In every area, you can see TMC corruption is there everywhere in Bengal, in every area. And now that has become common knowledge. It's not limited to some certain sections and all that. Everybody knows. So because of this, the Manrega is being very badly attacked, both by the BJP government at the center and the TMC government at the state. And that is why the All India Kisan Sabha and also the All India Agricultural Workers Union in West Bengal, both these have decided to take up this Manrega implementation in a very big way. And a lot of struggles are being led by them, by both these organizations working together to see that 100 days of work is there for Manrega, number one. Yeah, exactly. And more than that, we want to go ahead. Our demands that we have made, the Agricultural Workers Union and the Kisan Sabha both have made this, that they should actually increase the number of days from 100 to 200. That's one thing. They should increase the wages from what is about 200 plus now, only that much. Now 200 plus with this whole price rise and all that, everything, that is just not enough.
That's not inflation adjusted.
Yeah, it's not inflation adjusted at all. तो हमारी डिमांड है कि मनरेगा के ऊपर एक तो 200 दिन का काम मिलना चाहिए साल में, और वेतन जो है वो कम से कम 600 रुपये मिलने चाहिए हर दिन के. 600 rupees per day. If only this can be done, then we can do it. Our third demand regarding this is, and that is also very important, we want a similar employment guarantee scheme in the urban areas of the country. That the central government must bring in. You understand? Because as rural unemployment is there, urban is also there. Rising very much. So we say कि शहरी इलाकों के लिए भी ये रोजगार गारंटी की योजना ये नए से केंद्र सरकार ने बनानी चाहिए और उसको भी अमल में लाना चाहिए. This is our position.
So as we were talking about the crisis in agriculture in West Bengal post 1977, if we might emphasize, the role of the Mahajans or the big or small money lenders in agriculture, their role was kind of negated completely, because these peasants these people historically, they kind of like exploited the peasants. So in order to like get into to solve the problem of capital in agriculture, the cooperative societies and this kind of banks were constructed. But right now, due to the, as you just emphasized the point, the rampant corruption of the TMC regime, these cooperative societies, they are kind of rendered ineffective. So how does the AI, and in that regard, the microfinance companies, they are just getting into the scene, and it is also one of the major reasons for farmer suicide. So in this regard, how does the 𝐼𝐴𝐭𝐜 kind of plan, or how does the 𝐼𝐴𝐭𝐜 kind of want to intervene into the situation?
Yes, see, this is a very vital issue that you raised, because it is connected with the entire
farming ecosystem.
Farming ecosystem, and it is directly concerned with the very, very serious issue of farmer suicides. Because of debt, because of loan, which they cannot pay. That is the main reason why in the last 25 years, from 1995 to 2020, figures have shown National Crime Records Bureau, which is under the Union Home Ministry, NCRB, which is now headed by Amit Shah. Now that body is now saying, over the last 25 years, more than 4 lakh farmers in India have committed suicide. 4 lakh in the last 25 years. Out of these, 1 lakh farmers have committed suicide due to indebtedness only in the last 9 years of the Narendra Modi government. You understand? So 25% of that is only in the last 9 years.
The corporate loan is being waived.
And corporate loan is being waived 15 lakh crores. Imagine. Now the latest figure, 15 lakh crore rupees of corporates has been given loan waiver. Not a single naya paisa of the farmers is waived. So this is the situation. In Bengal, it is a even more terrible situation, because I'll tell you why. At least some of the other states honestly record how many farmers have died in their states due to suicide. In Bengal, under the Mamata government, for the last several years, they are straight giving information to the NCRB. Not a single farmer has committed suicide in Bengal due to indebtedness.
Yeah, they're saying marital things and all.
Mental and all that.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you, yesterday, Hananda, 𝒃𝒊𝒈𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, Indrajit Singh, myself, we had gone to West Medinipur district, and we met farmers. We met the widows of farmers who have committed suicide. Actually, because potato crop, full this thing was grown, the price they did not get. We met the martyr families of those, so many farmers who were killed by the TMC in league with the Maoists.
Yes.
Over there.
Across the jungle.
Across the jungle. You see, over there we saw it yesterday. We saw their wives. We saw their children. And also farmer suicides. And we came to know that only in West Medinipur district in the last 1 year, 122 farmers have committed suicide because of indebtedness.
And this is not coming into the national
Not
media.
coming in the national media, nothing at all. But we saw the wives of the farmers. You understand? So now that you have to believe that her husband has committed, nobody will come on its own just to tell lies. So in one district, if that is the case, what must be the case in 21 districts in Bengal? So you can make out the point, you see. And therefore, regarding this actually, it is again the same thing. Both the Modi government and the Mamata government are both responsible for this agrarian growing crisis. You understand? Because they have done nothing to help. In fact, our 𝐼𝐴𝐭𝐜's demand was that you cancel the loans of all farmers and agricultural workers. In one stroke, you cancel everything. It has been done before. You see, earlier,
it can be done.
It can be done. V.P. Singh government in 1990, they had cancelled 10,000 rupees of loans of all farmers in India. Now that time in 1990, 10,000 rupees was a big amount. Today it will look small, but that time big amount. As a result of our pressure, the Congress Manmohan Singh government was also forced to cancel loans partly. They did not do totally in 2008. That they did. Modi government has not done at all. You see, in Maharashtra, let me tell you, in Maharashtra, the 𝐼𝐴𝐭𝐜s, along with other farmers' organizations, we led a 11-day farmers' strike all over Maharashtra, 11-day, June 2017. And then we followed it up with that historic Kisan Long March from Nasik to Mumbai in March 2018. You see, as a result of these two struggles, in Maharashtra, first the BJP government and then the MVA government, which was led by Uddhav Thackeray. Both these had to cancel loans worth 40,000 crore rupees in Maharashtra farmers. 40,000 crores. State government had to cancel. Why is the Mamata government not cancelling? Why is it not giving loan waiver to the farmers here? Center is not giving. That too we are going to fight against them. We are already fighting. But if the Maharashtra government can do it, if the Punjab government can do it, if the Karnataka government can do it, you understand, why cannot the West Bengal government do it? That is our question. Kerala government had done it at earlier time. Farmer suicides under the Congress government, there also were there. But then when the left government came to power in Kerala, then farmer suicide was stopped. You see, so all this. Here they are not doing anything. BJP central government doing nothing, and the Mamata TMC government also doing nothing. And you are right when you said that cooperative institutions which had been built up by the left-front government earlier in Bengal, now this government is now trying to finish them off.
Dismantle the entire.
Dismantle the whole. यानी पूरा सहकारी क्षेत्र को खत्म करने का आज ये इनका पूरा ये रवैया चल रहा है. And that is why, exactly as you said, that where will they go? See, banks are not giving loans to the poor middle farmers. Even banks don't give. Cooperative institutions are finished. You know, they are finished because of this TMC.
Or corruption.
Corruption and all. And now, therefore, they are trying to introduce whom? Microfinance institutions. The microfinance is notorious. यानी पूरा देश जानता है. They started giving loans to these women's groups first. Self-help groups of women. And then women started committing suicide because they could not just pay the kind of tremendous interest that they were charging. So now they are introducing MFI among farmers. So that also is going to destroy farmers very badly. The All India Kisan Sabha has taken a very clear stand all over the country that all the farmers and agricultural workers' loans must be written off. Number one. Apart from that is the MSP thing. But I'm sure you will be asking some question. That will come to that later on. But these loans must be totally this thing. Modi government, as I said, it cancels 15 lakh crore loans of these multiple corporates. And you don't see about the 1 lakh farmers who are committing suicide. Neither is the TMC government doing anything about it. So this is going to be a very big issue for struggle in the coming days, about which I will let you know. We have taken some concrete programs that we will come to later.
So as you were talking about the MSP thing, so repealing the MSP Act by the center led to that historic farmers rally, the farmers movement across Delhi, especially the Delhi movement. Due to the pressure of the farmer community, the government has kind of verbally agreed that they'll retrace their steps and they'll discard the bill, but the entire thing has been done in a very murky way. There is kind of no written guarantee from the government that we won't proceed with that in the coming days and all. So if once again the government tries to move forward with those 3 bills, how does the Kisan Andolan, the Kisan Sabha, will try to deal with that situation? Because you just cannot trust the government's word of the mouth. There has to be something in written.
See, this huge struggle of the farmers of India against the 3 farm laws, I think that was the largest struggle of farmers in India since independence. There is no doubt about it. And not only was it the biggest struggle of farmers in India, but it was probably the biggest mass struggle all over the world.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand? Earlier, all of us have heard about this Occupy Wall Street struggle. You remember a few years ago? 2008, 9, etc. At that time of the financial crisis. So that was, of course, a very big struggle. It spread to Europe, America, everywhere. But of course, it was there for a few months. You understand? And it was a few thousand. This struggle from 2020, 26 November, Up to 11 December 2021, 1 year and 15 days, 380 days, thousands and thousands lakhs of farmers took part. Not only jamming the Delhi borders, all the national highways were closed, we know that. But this struggle spread all over the country. I have myself come for big Mahapanchayats in Bengal that time, when the struggle was on. Then I have come to Bihar, I have gone to Kanyakumari. All our leaders have gone all over the country. So this was a huge struggle, which was something which was unprecedented. Absolutely. Now, as a result of this struggle, the Modi government, which used to pride itself that एक बार हमने निर्णय लिया, हम उसको पीछे नहीं लेंगे, लेकिन उनको सरेंडर करना पड़ा.
Just something about their undemocratic nature.
No, undemocratic nature, absolutely, you are right. But they had to surrender before the strength of the farmers of India. And they had to take back the 3 laws. They had to actually repeal them through the same parliament through which they totally authoritarian way they pushed them through. By even arresting members of parliament and all that. So isliye, now that was a fantastic struggle. And I am very happy to say, very proud to say that along with the Sanyukta Kisan Morcha, more than 500 organizations in that, the All India Kisan Sabha played a very, very crucial role, prominent role, along with others. Of course, not only we. The whole Sanyukta Kisan Morcha must be given the credit, but the All India Kisan Sabha naturally became the largest organization of Kisans in the country. So naturally our role was also very substantial. Now, considering this, the point that you are making is right. You see, they are, right now they are not thinking of bringing back the laws as such. That will be very difficult for them. You see, because again that will lead to a huge struggle and again they'll have to surrender. But what are they doing? They are using other methods. Other policy measures are being taken so that, you see, the whole essence of these laws was what? Helping the corporates and finishing off the farmers. Also attacking the general people. You see, the whole question of MSP procurement would have been finished.
Food security would have gone.
Food security would have gone. The whole public distribution system, rationing system, they wanted to finish it off. This was what these 3 laws wanted to do.
Modi himself said.
He himself said it. And as a result of their contract farming law, land would have been attacked. So all these things would have happened as a result of this. That the farmers realized, the whole country realized, and therefore they fought. And they won, which was a very good thing. Now what they are trying is, through other policy measures, not as ham-handed like the laws, but they are trying. Now for example, I'll just give you 1 or 2 small examples. See now, USA, they are having agreements left, right and center, where they are reducing the import duty on goods that are coming from USA to India. Reducing import duty. Now they have done it on poultry. Just now. They have done it on almonds. They have done it on so many other things. They are doing it for milk products, dairy products.
India is the largest contributor of milk
in the world, exactly. And now they are removing all these import duties on milk and dairy products. What will happen to the milk farmer of India?
Exactly.
You understand? This Modi government has reduced import duty on wheat for the first time since independence to 0%. 2 years ago, 0% on wheat. Can you imagine?
Yes.
So the wheat farmer will get finished. Already is getting finished. This is what all is happening. And therefore, now apples. In USA, Modi had gone with Biden. He signed an agreement.
I recently saw a post by Comrade Tarigami, in which he's saying that this policy will kind of completely wipe out.
Absolutely right. Tarigami is perfectly right. You see, in fact, we had an Apple Farmers Federation of India conference in Kashmir. All of us had gone there, and Tarigami ji was there. So there we had so many thousands of farmers came because apple is the main crop. In Kashmir, Himachal, Uttarakhand, and there when apples come in from the world at lower import duty, what will happen to our apple farmers? Nothing they are seeing. This is the thing that they are trying. This will have to be fought very badly.
Tooth and nail kind of.
Tooth and nail. It has to be fought, and we have decided to fight it. Now rubber, these free trade agreements which they are making, that in the Kerala farmers are finished because of that. Jute farmers in Bengal are finished. So you see everywhere farmers are being very badly distinct.
Sector after sector.
Sector after sector, and they are just going after it. They only want to please their imperialist masters. You understand? That's what they want to do. For them, Indian farmer is nothing. Let him go to hell. That is what the Modi situation is. Now, regarding all this, I have never seen any TMC leader, including Mamata Banerjee, opposing these issues on a policy basis. Nobody. TMC is just not doing it. They are just not opposing all these things. They just make some noises in elections, that's all. But where the thing is concerned, because after all they are also of the same class analysis.
During a crucial, like when a bill is placed, they want to walk out of the parliament.
Exactly, they walk out of parliament. And just so that, the thing is not registered against the vote, you see. So this is very hypocritical, totally dishonest of the TMC. There is no doubt at all. And therefore, I think that on this issue, the farmers have decided. In your last question, I'll tell you in the end what we have decided. A big action program has been decided at the all India level by the farmers organizations, by the Sanyukta Kisan Morcha, and by also the central trade unions. All of them have come together. The working class, peasantry, agricultural workers, and a very big nationwide program has been decided.
So, just as you were saying that you went to a few districts of Bengal, so it must have come to your notice that though this MSP thing, the support price for crops is a issue, but it's not the only pressing issue for the farmers of Bengal. So regarding the other issues that are kind of like devastating the agricultural ecosystem of the state, so how does the 𝐴𝐼 or the farmer movement in totality is planning to deal with it?
See, MSP is definitely an important issue. Even in Bengal and even all over the country. I'll tell you why. Yesterday we had gone to West Medinipur. Now we came to know that, for example, paddy is today being sold in Bengal at only 1,500 rupees per quintal.
That is also not in some places,
that's also not getting. Even 1,200 also people are getting. Because the traders are not just willing. State government is not procuring paddy at all.
They don't have any role in it.
They just don't have any role. Absolutely nothing. Now, as against this, you see the Left Democratic Front government of Kerala. They are actually procuring paddy from the farmers of Kerala at the rate of 2,850 rupees per quintal. What is the MSP? 1,900. You understand? Central government MSP is around 1,900. Kerala LDF government is giving nearly 950 rupees more per quintal. You see, from its own budget. What stops Mamata Banerjee's government from giving the same to paddy farmers in Bengal? That is our question. Kisan Sabha. Nothing they are doing.
Nothing.
Absolutely. Now potato. Another very important crop in Bengal. Very important. You see. Now many of the farmers have committed suicide because potato prices have fallen. That also the TMC government does not buy. There is no MSP for potato. For these, perishable crops and all, difficult to have MSP, that we can understand. Although there are ways in which that can be assured. There are, but that we are not going to that debate now. But now here, our Kisan Sabha had demanded that give at least announce, let the state government announce 1,000 rupees per quintal for potatoes. If they announce 1,000 at least,
they'll get at least
800, 900 they'll get. This TMC government announced the thing as 600 rupees for potato.
So that they will get 300.
So they'll get 300. Now this is totally anti-farmer. TMC government, totally anti-farmer. There is no question about it. And they are only helping the, what you call the traders, big traders and all that, and the capitalists. That's what they are doing.
We call them 4As and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So that is what is going on. So this MSP issue is definitely important, but what you are saying is right. There are other issues also. Like, for example, tremendous rise in the cost of inputs, fertilizer, seeds, insecticides, everything is rising. Why? Basically because in the neoliberal policies, all the government subsidy is being cut for all this, what is to be given. And not only that, multinational corporations इनको बढ़ावा दे रही है सरकार. और मल्टीनेशनल कॉर्पोरेट्स ये सब खाद, बीज, कीटनाशक ये सब जब उत्पादन करेंगे तो वो मुनाफे के लिए करेंगे, वो क्या चैरिटी के लिए करेंगे? नहीं करेंगे. तो इसलिए they are making tremendous profits out of agricultural inputs. So that is another very major issue. Again, for that, both the BJP and the TMC is responsible. Both are responsible because both of them are helping these people. So that is where. Of course, the land question which you said, Manarega question as you said. So all these are very important issues before the farmers and the agricultural workers.
The Panchayats of Bengal used to take a pivotal role in the point of seed or fertilizers. Now that role has been diminished.
Absolutely right. You see, naturally, because the Panchayat election, we saw what a farce it was. अभी जो बंगाल में पंचायत चुनाव हुआ, इतना घटिया चुनाव मुझे लगता है पूरे देश में कहीं नहीं हुआ होगा. हमको पता चला कि पूरा
counting, the result has been deferred in the counting hall.
Exactly. Even उसके तो वो तो एक आखिरी बात है. लेकिन शुरुआत से बाद में अंत तक, from chief secretary, from the DSP, from the DG of police, right up to the constable, right up to the lowest official, all of them were told that yes, you have to ensure the victory of TMC.
Yes. No matter what the mandate of
जो भी होगा, लोग तो गए भाड़ में. लोग गए भाड़ में. People can go to hell, but we want to see that TMC wins.
That's what happened.
And exactly what happened in Bengal. Now you tell me, in such a situation where these panchayat people, those who are absolutely having no base among the people, have just won only because of gundagardi. What do you expect from them? कौन सी पंचायत ये चलाएंगे? क्या जनता के लिए करेंगे ये लोग? बिल्कुल नहीं करेंगे, खुद के लिए करेंगे. और हमने देखा पार्थो चैटर्जी ने क्या किया, है ना. हम देखते हैं अभी अभिषेक बैनर्जी के ऊपर ईडी का ये आया है.
Mountains of cash have been retrieved.
Yes, exactly. Mountains of cash. And I came to know that many of these TMC ministers, now apart from Bengal, whatever property they have made. But they are making more property in states like Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana. They are buying land, they are making property, all these TMC ministers.
Everything is done by just siphoning the public fund.
Public fund, totally. So this is the whole thing. Every employment का देखिए, हाँ, जगह भरने का देखिए गवर्नमेंट के अंदर, टीचर्स की जगह भरने का देखिए, हर चीज़ में भ्रष्टाचार, लाखों रुपए ले रहे लोगों से. So all this is going on here, absolutely nonsense. And you see this Derek O'Brien, the TMC MP, yesterday he made a speech and he said that in Parliament I was the last opposition speaker. I was given 18 minutes and I was cut short my speech. Only 10 minutes I was asked to speak. So today I have tweeted yesterday. I have said, Mr. Derek O'Brien, your speech was cut short by 8 minutes. Our CPIM hundreds of activists' life was cut short
by your government.
By your government and by your goons, TMC and the police, in league with the Maoist. I have made that tweet yesterday. What about them? I have said, अरे आपका तो 8 मिनट कट हो गया, इनकी तो जिंदगी कट हो गई ना, इसके बारे में क्या बोलेंगे? ये बात है. This is what we are trying to say. But I'll tell you this. You see, that the people will rise in Bengal. I am 110% sure. This cannot go on for long. This cannot go on for long. As it is, people are very angry.
Instances of resistance are coming.
Are coming. Definitely they are coming. And I am very happy. Now today, the All India Kisan Sabha has organized a huge statewide rally at the in Rani Rashmani Road in Calcutta. Big rally will be held today. बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त रैली हमारी किसान सभा की होगी. हम लोग सब उसके लिए रुके हैं. ये बहुत अच्छा है. हमारे छात्र और नौजवान संगठन SFI, DYFI बहुत ज़ोरदार काम कर रहे हैं. हम देख रहे हैं उनको फेसबुक के ऊपर. दे आर रियली फाइटिंग इट आउट. हमारी जनवादी महिला समिति की कुछ दिन पहले हज़ारों महिलाओं की रैली हो गई यहाँ कलकत्ता में. हमने वो देखा. तो एवरीबडी इज़ नाउ कमिंग. खेत मजदूर यूनियन की अगले हफ्ते रैली है. CITU की रैली होने वाली है. यू नो, सो एंड आर ऑफ कोर्स द कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ इंडिया, मार्क्सवादी कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी, ये तो लगातार लड़ रही है पिछले कुछ सालों से. एंड 110% देयर इज़ नो डाउट that the people of West Bengal, they have had tremendous, very great resistance they have done against the British, against the earlier Congress regime, semi-fascist terror, all these things, and they will 110% be victorious against both the TMC and the BJP in West Bengal. That I am very sure about.
So coming to our last question of this session, the farmers' suicide in Bengal was something unheard phenomena before 2011. But just as you have emphasized quite a few times in this chat, that it has been a reality and it's a very gruesome reality of Bengal right now. So in your opinion, is the influx of corporate agriculture or the capital technology and things of that kind in agriculture are the main reason for the growth of agricultural suicide in Bengal? How do you look into it?
Yeah, definitely. See,
and if I might add the thing, what steps can be taken to stop it?
See, this is a very major question. It's a very correct question, major question. But we have to answer very briefly.
Yes, yes.
The main thing is that for farmer suicides, actually the real fact is that neoliberal policies are responsible. See, before 1991,
this was not the thing.
This was not there in India. It was not there. This phenomenon was not there, 100%. In 93, 94 it started. The All India Kisan Sabha had said, our president was Comrade Harkishan Singh Surjit. In Hisar we had the All India Conference in 1992, 1 year after the policies began. There Comrade Surjit had pointed out that see, these policies are going to destroy agriculture and destroy the peasantry. Today after 30 years exactly that is happening. You know, exactly same thing is happening what the Kisan Sabha, Comrade Surjit and all these people had said 31 years ago. Now, what is happening basically, very simply, and for those who are not connected with agriculture, वो भी आपके viewers होंगे. Many of your people may be there who are watching this who are not exactly connected with agriculture. So very simply, why are farmer suicides happening? Number one, as you correctly said, because in the whole inputs market, multinational corporations have been allowed to go in. Seeds, fertilizer, insecticide, etc. And as a result, their prices are rising, cost of production is rising. लागत खर्चा किसानों का बढ़ रहा है बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर. पिछले 30 साल में आप देखेंगे तो cost of production has risen tremendously. Now this Modi government has added diesel. Imagine 100 rupees diesel, was it there ever? कभी नहीं था. Electricity has been increased. Now the electricity bill which he is making, that too will make it even worse. Disaster for the whole country and the whole people, except for corporates. उनके कम हो जाएंगे दर. So this is the thing. That is number one. The cost of production will rise, has already risen, number one. Now secondly, have the prices that the farmer is getting risen in the same proportion? No. उसके मुताबिक जो लागत खर्चा बढ़ा है, उसके मुताबिक जो किसान को जो आज उसके फसल के लिए जो पैसा मिलता है वो बढ़ा है क्या? बिल्कुल नहीं बढ़ा, उल्टा वो घटा है कुछ क्रॉप्स के लिए। ये बात है, इसलिए एमएसपी का सवाल आता है। और दिस डॉक्टर एम.एस. स्वामीनाथन, who was the chairman of the National Commission on Farmers and a very, very prominent agro scientist of our country. We are very proud of him. Even today he is now 95 plus. You see, when he was made his report, he actually hit the nail on the head. He said to stop this agrarian crisis, to stop farmer suicides, one thing you have to do, you must declare MSP for all crops, which is 1.5 times the cost of production. यानी लागत खर्चे के 1.5 गुना दाम ये सरकार ने सभी किसानों के सभी फसलों को देना चाहिए। ये डॉक्टर एम.एस. स्वामीनाथन ने कहा था सिफारिश के रूप में राष्ट्रीय किसान आयोग के अध्यक्ष के नाते। दिस वाज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। When did this recommendation come? 2006. Today is 2023. Last 17 years, no government implemented this very important and seminal recommendation.
Even at the slightest.
Absolutely the slightest. Nothing at all. बिल्कुल नहीं. मोदी सरकार तो झूठ बोल रही है that we have implemented. Not at all implemented. Not at all. They are not taking the comprehensive cost of production at all into account. तो ये बात है. तो that's why now that thing is that's why our demand is that MSP must be increased. You understand? It must be 1.5 times the cost of production. Because लागत खर्चा तो निकलना ही चाहिए ना. और उसके अलावा बच्चों की शिक्षा है, बेटियों की शादी है ना, मेडिकल एक्सपेंस होते हैं परिवार को. So all these things from where it will come?
They don't have a fixed income.
They don't have a fixed income. But if you give it 1.5 times the cost of production, तो फिर उसका मतलब है कि किसान के हाथ में कुछ रहेगा. You got it, na? That is the scientific basis for it. Nothing has happened. Third, as you correctly pointed out, you see, after neoliberalism, this whole bank credit policy has changed. You understand? पहले क्या था? Agriculture was the priority area for giving credit, loans. Now industry has become priority area. You understand? And that also big corporates, multinational corporations, they have become the main thing. The agriculture has gone to the bottom. That is why you just don't get loans, what we discussed. And then you have to go to money lenders. ये महाजनों के पास जाना पड़ता है, सूदखोर, MFI के पास जाना पड़ता है. और वो उनका तो इंटरेस्ट इतना होता है, आप जानते कितना है ब्याज का दर पूरे देश में? बंगाल में भी उतना ही होगा. 36% से लेकर 60% तक, 36 to 60% per annum interest which is given to farmers for the loans. In some areas in the country, you will be shocked to know it is 120% interest rate. That means how much? 10% per month. 5%, 3% is ekdam normal. That is there everywhere. In Bengal also it is there. How can a farmer pay all that? You see, that is our main point. So this is the third thing that has to be attacked. And the fourth and the last thing, there are many other factors, I'm not going into all that. Fourth and last, you see, because of climate change,
Yes.
these natural calamities have arisen. You know, they have increased tremendously. Unseasonal rains.
Where the
cycle is completely disturbed. है ना? जब बारिश नहीं होना चाहिए तब आएगा, जब होना चाहिए तब नहीं आएगा. अभी अगस्त महीने में आपने देखा पूरे देश में बारिश गिरा ही नहीं. You understand? आज भी बहुत बड़ा अकाल का सवाल है कई जगह में, कुछ जगह में बाढ़ आ गई, floods. So you know this whole thing. Now in such a thing, farmer requires a proper and a reliable crop insurance scheme to protect him against natural calamities, floods, drought, unseasonal rains, hailstorms, जो भी कुछ होता है. लेकिन ये जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर फसल बीमा योजना जो उन्होंने बनाई, This is totally helping corporates, insurance companies, not farmers. You understand? So therefore, that is also something which has to be thrown out, and a new comprehensive crop insurance scheme requires to be brought in. So these are the four main issues. Fifth issue is of course important, that is irrigation. Irrigation has to increase. Irrigation and power, these two things are farmer doesn't get.
Very crucial for agriculture.
Very crucial for agriculture. Without that, how can you have agriculture? For agriculture, number one, what do you need? Land. Number two, what do you need? Water. Number three, what do you need? Electricity. Isn't it? Apart from labor, of course. So all these things are there. This nothing the government is doing. And both the BJP and TMC government is totally this thing against it, not at all bothered. That is why, you see, this is the last question I think. Na? So let me just say, what have we decided now for the future? For the future, just like that big one-year agitation that the farmers of India did, now on 24th August, that is last month, all the 500 organizations of the Sanyukta Kisan Morcha, they and the central trade unions and industrial federations came together. And we had a huge joint convention at the Talkotora Stadium in Delhi. बहुत बड़ा संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा और केंद्रीय मजदूर संगठन और फेडरेशंस इन पहली बार देश में एक साथ आए. एक साथ यानी पहले भी आए थे. ये एक साल के आंदोलन में ये सब मजदूर संगठनों ने पूरा समर्थन हमको दिया था. उनके लेबर कोड के खिलाफ के संघर्ष में, ऑल इंडिया स्ट्राइक में किसानों ने उनको समर्थन दिया था. ये सब हुआ था. लेकिन फिजिकली एक साथ पहली बार ये अभी 24 अगस्त 2023 को दिल्ली में साथ में आए. 7,000 से ज़्यादा लोग पूरे देश से एक साथ आए, मजदूर किसान खेत मजदूर. एंड दे डिसाइडेड one on the 3rd of October, which is the Memorial Day of the 𝒃𝒊𝒈𝒈𝒆𝒄𝒉 martyrs. You remember that 𝒂𝒊𝒅𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂? He just ran his cars over the 4 farmers and a journalist, killed them. Many others would have got killed also. And this person is still the Union Minister of State for Home 3 years after the event, 2 years after the event. What shamelessness of the Prime Minister or the Home Minister, keeping such a person who actually murders farmers. And his job is to see about law and order. What is the Home Minister supposed to do? Law and order. This fellow is there in the cabinet even now. So like this, that 3rd October will be a protest day all over the country. All the workers and farmers organizations are going to do that. But the most important thing is, for 3 days, 26 से 28 नवंबर, 26 नवंबर इसलिए क्योंकि उसी दिन ये किसान आंदोलन शुरू हुआ पूरे देश में. 26 नवंबर को ये पूरा ऑल इंडिया का स्ट्राइक हुआ, मजदूर संगठनों ने कॉल दिया. यानी ये पूरा मजदूर किसान संघर्ष साथ में शुरू हुआ दिल्ली में. एंड 26 नवंबर इज ऑल्सो आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डे. You understand? When the Constituent Assembly, 1949, they adopted the Constitution, which came into effect on 26 January 1950. And as you know, all of us know, Bharat Ratna Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. And of course, Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, and many others, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad and all that, had a very important role to play in all this. But the chairman of the drafting committee was Dr. Ambedkar. Now that is also 26 November. So उस दिन से लेकर 3 days, 26, 27, 28th of November, all over the country in the state capitals, huge Mahapadhavs will be organized. Sit-in Satyagraha for 3 days, 26 to 28th of November. Big this thing is going to be organized all over the country. And 28th November, by the way, is the death anniversary of a very big social reformer of India, that is Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Maharashtra. 28th November is the death anniversary of Mahatma Phule, who, like Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar in Bengal, then Periyar Ramaswamy Naicker in Tamil Nadu, and then of course Narayan Guru in Kerala, and Dr. Ambedkar, etc. in Maharashtra. So all this Savitribai Phule, the first girls' school was started by her, and Mahatma Phule in Pune, etc. We know all that. So therefore, 3 days big Mahapadav will be organized all over the country at the state capitals. So this is all in preparation again for the fighting for the rights of the farmers and workers, agricultural laborers, no doubt. But all this also has another political aim, and that political aim is in the coming Lok Sabha elections, which are due any time now. In these Lok Sabha elections, we are appealing to the entire country to throw out the BJP RSS government completely from power, because they have done enough damage. They are actually destroying the country. And if they get elected for 5 more years, then India will not remain as we know it. That's why the BJP RSS has to be defeated all over the country. There is no doubt about that. That is what this big agitation will do. And in West Bengal, particularly, in West Bengal, this agitation will take the stand of defeating both the BJP and the TMC, because both of them are actually birds of a feather so far as the people of West Bengal are concerned. And that is why this is one very important thing that we are going to go forward, and I'm 100% certain that we will be able to emerge victorious in the days ahead.
So thank you, sir. তো আপনারা এতক্ষণ শুনছিলেন, আমরা অশোক ধাওয়ালের কাছ থেকে শোনার চেষ্টা করছিলাম, জানার চেষ্টা করছিলাম কৃষক আন্দোলনের কথা, এই মুহূর্তে রাজ্যের কৃষকদের কি পরিস্থিতি, দেশের সার্বিক কৃষিক্ষেত্রের কি পরিস্থিতি, এবং আগামী দিনে কৃষক আন্দোলনের রূপরেখা কি হবে। আপনাদের অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকার